Hello, and today we're looking at a scenario which is what if civilization started in America. So we're just going to begin straight away by looking at the start of this. And we're going to start with these people. They are colonists sent by the red team. They've been here for a bit now, and they're ready to expand their colony a little bit. Now this place is alright, stable but not very stable. It managed to help keep the red economy afloat though, so it's people quite like it. So the people that live there would first, the self-governing government there, this isn't red team organised really, begin by ordering an expedition. Oh dear. Remember ordering an expedition to explore a bit more of the area, including going down a bit down the coast and just filling in a bit of area here. And then it is very simple, they're just going to expand their territory to about this. Of course, I don't know it yet, but this territory might be key in allowing the red team to have a colonial empire in the rest of the world, but we shall see. We shall see. Alright, so on that colonial expedition, however, there's a group of people that continued to travel south. They were a bit disillusioned with the red government and thought we can do better, guys, come on. So they stop around here and decide this is where they are going to create their own country. They build a beginning of a capital city there, and they are now a country. So now there are a lot more countries in South America. So now we're going to look at these North and Southern American people. That was weird to say. And they simply want a bit more land. Like, they're doing alright, but they want a bit more expansion, a bit more land to be able to look after their country. So there's a big exploration initiative. This takes many decades. So I'm not particularly worrying about how, like, time and stuff, but that's how much they managed to They managed to explore quite a bit. Send an expedition directly across there, and I managed to fill the rest of this in. Now that's a lot of South America discovered. Ish. They don't know it exists, as in like, they can colonise it, but they don't know what they're supposed to do with it. So the orange country is the first to act, deciding just to follow the border of what they've explored up to there. Same with the beige. They decide we're going to expand. They go down to about here, and from there just go a bit along here and up and meet up with the regular borders and fill in the gap. Now this country wasn't quick enough and was left with the least amount of land, so they colonised a little bit. But since not many of them are really happy with how the borders this feels that they've got a bit too much territory, they decide to all sit down and discuss how they're going to divide this new territory. With the provinces finally decided on, the conference began, because they all went to a conference to talk about how they're going to divide it up. It began with the orange country, who didn't want to lose too much, but didn't exactly want to, but didn't want to have to govern all of this, so it decided to give much of the southern portion to the blues. The borders that were settled on was the blues would gain this province here, as well as these two provinces and these two provinces. The orange team was unwilling to give up anything more. Similarly, the yellow beige-ish team was similarly unwilling, but they knew that they needed to give something, so they decided to give these lower, less valuable regions in the south. The blue team, as a result, would gain that. With that, everyone was happy how the borders had turned out. So they agreed that that was how things would stay. Up north, the blue people who had recently arrived in this much colder area, they wanted to just get a bit more territory so they could govern themselves well enough. So they sent some people around to explore a bit more. They wanted to try to find a bigger body of water so they could get sea access. So they sent a small group of explorers just simply up, which led to them discovering this area of sea. And I don't, off the top of my head, know what that's actually called. I think it might be Hudson Bay, but correct me if I'm wrong. But they discovered it, and as a result, they also decided to expand to encapsulate their entire lake. So they've now expanded, and not much, but they've expanded, and that's going to help them quite a bit. Looking down, these people, I'm going to call it the Chile country, the Chile. They send some explorers out along the coast. They go south, and they follow the coast, and they reach this very bottom bit of South America. They take a slightly extended path on the way back, and also manage to explore all of this bit down here, and all of that. Now the British country realises, that could be a strategic thing later on. So as a result, they began an effort to expand along the coastline over the course of many, many years. While the whole conference and all of the expansions going on up there, these guys are expanding down. Eventually, they control the tip, the entire island, and to that. And for that, they are pretty much content with where they have ended up at. And now we're going to look at a rather major development for humanity. These people. They are friends with these people. They also don't have an option to trade with these people. They want to trade with these people, so they send out a ship from here, the capital, and send it directly that way. This is most aiming to arrive in there, because they're directly parallel. Oops. So they send out their people, then but instead of landing where they thought they would, in the brown country, they land on the large island of Hawaii, and equally discover these other little bits. Well, Hawaii's colonised. Humanity's reached the island. Well, not colonised, but the blue country does decide that this could be very useful, yes. So they establish colonies on the islands. And now that's a pretty major development, because that's one step closer to reaching Asia. But that's a big sea they have to cross. But at this point they still believe, from there, I can get to there. They still don't think any of this exists. This whole big area of land in the way. But now they have reached a new area. And, well, now things are nearing a tipping point. Europe has balance of power, not Europe, American balance of power is shifting, with South America now being quite heavily dominated by these guys, with a few little minor nations. The foreign donation wants, looking at the successes of the explorations of South America, wants the same for its continent. So we begin a great initiative to expand and to explore. Partnership with their friends over in the light blue country. We didn't tell them about Hawaii. They launched a great expedition. They've discovered so much brand new land. They've also discovered evidence of those guys going north by finding with some of their route. With some of their route found, then you know that's a risk. But so they just expand a bit, including reaching that lake. And with that, I think we're done. The known world's expanded now. They now know pretty much. They now know about that bit. They can probably tell it's a bay, but they don't know about any of that. Obviously, they don't know about any of that, but they know about that now, which is a major stepping stone from there to there. So, if you enjoyed the video, I would ask you to subscribe. But if you didn't enjoy it, what can I do? If you didn't enjoy it, if you know something I could do better, let me know in the comments. That always helps me become a better YouTuber. Thanks for watching, and the episode should be out maybe a week after this, maybe more. I don't know. Well, thanks for watching and goodbye.